Welcome to the Q101 bar, Wilderado. Woo! So you got what's the first drink you guys want? Is it Jägermeister? Is it
You making us drinks?
Well, Jägermeister I just pour it. It's not that hard to make.
I'd probably pass on Jägermeister.
Are you pouring Jägermeister?
I'll pour some Jaeger if you need some.
Is that really what you got back there? Is
Yeah,
Jaeger?
Jaeger, yeah.
I don't need it, but I'll try it.
I mean, you say try it. Have you ever had Jägermeister?
I mean, it's been like
Is this a bit?
college.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, actually.
I mean, if you're pouring us Jägermeisters, we'll probably drink
I'm not going to take a shot.
I honestly
curious.
didn't think they would call me on it, and I'm very embarrassed. We don't have any booze here.
Oh, I thought you were
The booze,
serious.
5 o'clock back here on
It's actually a
backstage
relief.
area. I'm sorry. That was super disappointing.
No.
Should we start this whole thing over?
No,
we were-
because I can't run out and get Jägermeister. That's the problem. I can't leave the grounds.
We were just ready to go.
I know. So
Let's-
I expected you to go like, what a loser. He's talking about Jägermeister and all that. And
I respected that you stuck with it.
I know. I do that often, stick with something too long,
Well,
and then it goes nowhere.
do you have a co-host?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
So someone kind of holds you to some amount of like staying on track.
Yeah, actually, that's my job to do that. So that's a real bad situation to stay on track. That's my job.
So someone else is the color guy.
That's right.
Do you know the guys down in Tulsa?
Which guys?
104.5 The Edge, Josh and Chuck.
I don't know that.
Okay.
Oh, you'd love them.
Yeah.
You'd love them, and they're that same way. They
Thanks,
just
Shout
Josh
out
and
the
Chuck.
Edge.
The Edge.
That's so obviously you guys grew up out there and you went to college. So you two guys met in college. Bringing back the Jägermeister theme here. So I just do a little bit of my little research, saying you guys met in your 5th year of college.
Correct.
We friended in our 5th year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the deal? Couldn't go the 4 years? Had to go 1 more year extra? What's going on?
Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory.
Couldn't do it.
Couldn't
Couldn't
make
do
it
it
in
in
4. Did it in 5. Some people never did it.
But you actually graduated, both you guys?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we walked across the stage same day. I'll
Tyler
never
and I.
forget that day. That's funny.
Oh yeah.
We drove. I think we drove to the.
To the thing together.
Yeah, we drove to graduation
I
together.
don't know how much time we have, but
I don't care how
we
much is
knew
on.
each other in college. He was in a fraternity with a bunch of my friends.
Yep.
And we just kind of like passingly knew each other. We're perfect acquaintances. And then our 5th year, we were in a class together, and it was Tyler, his wife Tori, and me. And it was like huge auditorium, maybe 25 people, and we all 3 sat next to each other and had a great time. All kind of fell in love, and we just became really quick friends. Then we started drinking and hanging out alone and writing music, and it was really fun. Kind of saved each other on the friendship spectrum in terms of
all our friends did
all
it
our
in
friends
4
left.
years. Yeah.
Yeah, and so they were all like, check out these guys staying 1 more year. And now look at you guys, you're Wilderado.
Yeah,
Suckers.
joke's on them.
That's awesome. That is so cool. And it's an unusual story, too, because a lot of times, once you get the band going, a lot of guys in college would drop out or just forget it and go in the band. You guys actually finished school.
Oh yeah, we
Justin,
did.
where'd you come into play then?
So I didn't go to Baylor, but I met Max, I think, a long time before the band started, and I was dating a girl that went to his high school, and we just kind of knew of each other. And then one day he texted me and was like, "You want to join my band?" And
We were
I said
living
yes.
in LA, and we needed a drummer, and he was like, "I got this guy. He's cool." And he texted him, and he said, "Yeah."
I never met any of these guys
And
really
he and
before.
his girlfriend moved
Yeah.
out to LA.
Now, were you in another band and you quit to join this one?
No, it was my first band.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
wicked.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'll never forget.
Pretty cool.
We were at the house we were staying in, and Justin drove out to L.A. We were even above Malibu, so we were pretty north of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And he like rolled up to the house with the U-Haul, and he like rummaged through all his stuff, and then came out with his drum set and moved his drum set in first.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, dude. I watched it from the window. Every single thing, he like moved shit around, and grabbed his drum set, took it straight upstairs, set it all up.
He's
Straight
ready to
ass
go.
Real life.
I do not have any recollection of that. That's great.
I mean,
Yeah,
that
the
was-
rest is
that was
history.
10 years ago, man.
I know.
10 years. 10 years crazy.
Next year.
And now you guys are movie stars. Now you're like in Twisters out
Yeah, I
there.
know. I'm up for an Oscar, I think.
Is that right?
Could do. I mean, right? How long you got to be in a movie to get an Oscar?
I think you guys are in for about 42 seconds in the movie.
It's 3 seconds. I counted. But the song plays for 13 seconds.
Yeah. Well, it's incredible to be on that soundtrack because the movie's out of control right now. I mean, it's setting records for the first week or first couple weeks was over $100 million, and we're on a great soundtrack with a bunch of monster heritage bands.
Yeah, it's hilarious how huge the other artists are on that.
Yeah, but I mean, you guys have been together.
Out of all the songs, I guess that you could have covered, REM strangely is like, I mean, it feels
That
like
was a good tune.
it's a cool tune. It's a unique band. Yeah, it's getting cool traction.
It's amazing.
Thank
know
you.
what? It's Linda and Richard Thompson,
Correct.
REM, and then like 100 people have covered that. Too.
Yeah, it's a good one to cover.
Yeah.
Did you guys pick that, or did they tell you?
No,
to
we didn't pick nothing. It was like they
They picked Max.
kind of.
They picked
it
you?
just went really fast. We sent in a demo, and that's what they ended up using. That's what's
Wow.
on.
Thank you, Lee
How does
Isaac.
that work on a soundtrack? Like the movie's doing so awesome. Do you guys get
We get streams.
you streams?
Mhm.
Okay.
But the best part about it was they used the audio from set, so it's not what's on the soundtrack. It was like from just some take we did while we played that song for like 8 hours.
No
Yeah.
way.
So it's basically we did a one-off in the middle of a movie. I mean, it was like a one. You know what I'm talking about? Like La Blagateca sort of style in the middle of a summer
That is
feature.
crazy just how that worked out. I cannot believe
know.
being in Oklahoma that
You wouldn't believe how little we tried to do that. It was just like they kept lengthening the experience.
You said something really cool before we sat down and started talking about, because yesterday did the pop-up, the Free Q101 pop-up, and we appreciate you guys doing that at Reggie's. And he said that was one of the coolest places you've played, and I'm sure you guys, being 10 years, have played every place in America that you can find. And that's really a great shout-out to Reggie's on the south side.
Hell
here.
yeah, Reggie's. That system in Reggie's is bonkers. It is
you, Reggie.
so loud. It's so rock and roll. It's fun. We love you, Reggie's. And they have a great green room
Yeah, very sick green room.
that they tried to hide from us at first. They
did.
put us down in this basement dungeon.
Yeah.
And I don't know what changed them, what made them finally
They're
decide
like,
to
these don't look like basement boys.
These aren't basement
These
boys.
guys can't handle this.
Show them a nicer
They're
room.
sweating. That guy looks dizzy.
So Justin did walk up and say, like, do you know who we are? We don't belong in the basement.
Yeah.
We're in the real green room.
Like everyone else, they said,
Exactly,
no, we
yeah.
don't know who you are.
We were Erica
know
and
who
I
we
were
are
sitting in the green room, and all of a sudden, I forget his name. Wade walks in.
Wade.
He goes, like, poked his head, and he goes, "We have a nicer green room."
Come on.
We were like,
Oh.
"Please."
Dadgummit, Wade, take us there.
Yeah, it's nice.
That was what I really said. That was one of my favorite shows of the whole trip. I just loved it. It was you guys like it was like a small scattering of people. Everybody just seemed stoked to be there, and we were just having fun. Nothing. It just seemed like a total fun day.
It
I
looked like
love
you were having fun. And like you said, to your point, the sound system there was so clean and bright, and your sound was, you guys have a really unique sound. I don't know how many people tell you that, but it really stands out bright. And I don't want to categorize in genres of anything like that, because we obviously Q101 plays your music, and you can hear it in just a lot of settings, but it really is powerful and moving song to song.
That's a really sweet
really
compliment.
nice.
Thank
And
you, man. It
thank
means
you,
a
man.
lot to me.
Thank you.
No problem. It's the truth. Now, going from Reggie's yesterday to getting on the Lolla stage, you're over on the Bud Light stage, which is the second biggest stage here at Lolla. How'd that feel today?
Felt bad. It was.
What'd you say? Bad?
It felt bad.
It felt bad.
Well,
No.
Reggie's was badass because you're surrounded by sound and it feels like rock and roll. You go play the main stage here and it's like you're playing in outer space. It's like
Yeah.
you might as well. But it felt like a huge privilege. I mean, that sort of stuff we all just soak up because we understand like, A, you never know if you're going to get to do it again, and B, you probably shouldn't be doing it in the first place. So it's like, even if it's hard, we love
I
it.
think it's good to remember. We played Lolla a few years ago, and we'd never really played Chicago much. And then we came back after Lolla and played, and like it was one of the first cities that sold out. So I think it's just there's a lot of people out there. Hopefully they just were like, oh, this band's cool.
They're just behind the sound booth. It was what was the name of that band?
Which one?
There's someone headlining that
Oh,
stage.
Stray Kids.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so is all their fans is the only thing you can see. Because
They're
they've been
already
packed
here,
in
yeah.
since 11.
Yeah.
Since
They're
Star
holding their
Wars.
spots.
They're ready.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure people were enjoying themselves somewhere far, far away.
Right on.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool.
It's cool. It's a great view.
Well, that's what Lolla's about. It's about music discovery. Just like you said, you're going to see
Tell you
somebody.
what, maybe we'll
Yeah.
go. Yeah, maybe we'll go overseas.
That's what
after
we're gonna
this.
do after this is go maybe discover something. We'll see.
There's a ton of
songs-
bands I don't know.
What's that?
So there's a ton of bands I don't know today.
Oh man, it's crazy.
Ton of bands here that you know, you say?
Don't know.
Oh, don't- yeah,
I
yeah.
need to
What
go
songs of
explore.
ours are you playing?
We're playing Surefire.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Cool.
Hey, yeah,
thank
that's
you.
no small thing. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh,
really,
no
yeah,
worries.
It's
Yeah.
awesome.
No worries.
There's a lot of songs to choose
Have you
from
heard the
these
new
days.
record?
Yeah, the EP. No, that's what I want to ask you about actually. Is when you're
Oh,
going
whoa.
from like the album, which because that song's about 3 years old, 2021. I think that came out on that album.
Yeah.
And then you got the EP. Are you holding on to some stuff, or was it just I want to get this out right now?
Well, it's a
Or just the
record
4
for
songs?
sure. It's not an EP. The
Yeah.
thing is, Spotify screwed us, and they title it an EP. We just been releasing songs just like we did last time
Yeah.
before the record. But there's like 7 more songs that haven't been released. Those are all part of a record.
Yeah. They labeled it an EP.
I know, and no one said anything to us about that.
Well, can you correct it at this point?
Seems like we can't do anything like that.
Yeah.
We're just at the whim of a bunch
We
of people.
got our hands tied behind our back.
I know. But if it was up to us, it sure wouldn't say E EP.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, the idea was we were putting an LP out, and we were just going to put out songs, as a lot of people are doing, one at a time. Release a few singles
Yeah.
onto Spotify, build a little momentum behind it, and then we're releasing the album September
20th. I think it is.
September 20th,
September
yeah.
20th. It's all
Yeah, we
coming
got
out.
we got 7 songs. They're ready to go.
But the good
Yeah.
news is they're all in that world. I mean, it's like if you like whatever you think the EP is, it's like kind of just stays there. And it's one thing we really wanted to try and do this on this record was
Yeah.
like create this consistent sound that we feel like we've been a little more eclectic before, just by having fun, not really minding it being
Yeah.
eclectic. But it was one of our big goals to have this record be much more succinct and have everything feel from the same world.
Yeah. See, for you guys, for me, like you're an album band, and I mean that as a compliment. Like
Yeah,
where
we
I want
wanna
to
hear
listen,
that.
I want to put it on, and I'm listening to the whole thing,
Heck
as
yeah.
opposed to a singles band where I might get something and then I'll go, I'll wait a couple years and I got another song, not a better song, but you know what I mean. Some bands are better at releasing, I think, a song that's going to be big and put all that into it. But to me, you guys are an album band. Again, I mean that as a compliment.
Oh man, well we put so much work into being an album band.
Yeah.
It's
the
important to us.
thought that went into the sequencing of the album was weeks.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah.
That's the other thing that's frustrating about this Spotify deal is it's like the songs are out of order. So it's like instead of them all coming out as singles, they're being categorized and kind of streamed in not the order that the sequence should be or that is on the record. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not
So
looked,
people
but
are getting used to hearing the record in an out of order sequence.
Yeah.
That happened with that Turnstile record.
Oh really?
Yeah.
The good news is once the record comes out, that'll all just disappear and
It'll all
forever.
reset.
Yeah.
You turn it on and turn it off, and it's all fine then after that.
Yeah, you refresh it and it'll pop the app off.
Well, listen, man, I appreciate you guys taking the time to stop in. Of course, do the free show for Reggie's for all of our fans and your fans and listeners. That was so cool. And then Lala. And now you're staying the rest of the weekend, or are you getting on the road tonight and going somewhere
Will we
else?
play at midnight? Have we sold out that?
Oh, that's right. You got tomorrow at Bottom Lounge. That's
Yeah,
right.
Bottom
How many
Lounge.
tickets are left at Bottom Lounge? Please sell that out.
There we go.
We're 10 tickets tomorrow night at midnight.
Okay.
Tomorrow night at midnight at the Bottom Lounge. Supposedly there's 10 tickets floating around.
I mean, there's 10 people
not very
here.
many.
Well,
We
yeah,
could all
but it's
buy it
at
right- we could
midnight.
sell it
It's
out
a
right
hard
now.
sell.
And
So we need somebody that thinks that's a good idea
Yep.
to find 9 more people.
Midnight.
Our tour manager came up to us the other night and said, "I bought the last ticket to the show to sell it out."
Yeah, he held up a physical paper ticket and said, I got the last one.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, thanks a lot, guys, for stopping
thank
by.
you.
Enjoy that show, Bottom Lounge.
Sorry, am I late?
Uh-oh. Oh, so, okay.
What is that?
Well, I brought up Jaeger. Are you familiar?
Hell yeah, we went to a restaurant that made us drink that.
Oh, you already had it then. Lauren's our Malort queen that works here.
You like this stuff?
I do.
Tell us about what
she drinks this like whole milk with Cheerios.
go.
Put it on my cereal.
Is that for real?
So here's my theory. Hello, gentlemen.
Hi.
Here's my theory. Once you have 6 shots of Malort in you, and not in a row and not all on the same night, but once you do that, you build up an immunity. It's kind of like,
It's like a Negroni.
yeah, well, like the vaccine.
It's like the
You get
vaccine.
6 in you, and then you're impervious
Do you
to the Malort.
take the whole thing?
I personally cannot open my throat. Shut up. This is like a shot and a half.
So how much vaccine?
Yeah,
so
this is
I'll
a
take
lot.
it down in 2.
Let me tell you what. Now, this is disgusting. it is unlike anything you've ever had. It's like
Who has it?
gasoline.
You didn't have it?
I've never had this in my life. No.
Well, it's just, so will you give us the brief? I've been given the explanation of this, but I'm not going to be able to explain it again. It's like a Chicagoan
A
thing.
little
Yes.
herbally.
It's very herbally.
Floral.
It
It's
kind of
floral.
smells like a
It's kind of
Negroni.
bitter.
That's what I'm saying. It feels like
It's distilled from
you
wormwood.
gotta grow up to like this or something.
Justin's going, we'll do it all together here,
Oh,
or
yeah,
is
yeah,
someone
sorry.
gonna go- You're just going to drink.
Hey, are y'all housing this or not?
I'm not housing.
I'm
Definitely
having a little
not.
taste of
I do it in
Let me say
two.
this, let me
I
say
do
this
it in
as a
two.
recommendation, house it. Do not let it sit in your mouth anywhere by your tongue.
Oh, no.
or
I'm not
anything.
housing this whole bottle, but I will.
Oh, yeah,
I'll
yeah.
throat.
Let's see what it's like.
Yeah.
That's
Let's
what we're
take-
doing. Cheers to Wilderado.
Cheers, my lords.
That's the Malort face.
Cheers, my lord.
It does kind of taste like a Negroni without ice.
It's like all the bad parts of the Negroni are gone, and you just get the lingering bitterness.
Bitterness.
The problem is you have the show at the Bottom Lounge, and I guess, let's see, 28 hours or something like that. Am I right on my math there? I'm
Hey.
bad on math the
Hey,
next day.
well,
It's actually
y'all-
really good. Yeah, is it
Is it
4?
28 hours if it's midnight or something? Or no, it's like 30 some hours.
Yeah, it's more than that.
You will still be tasting this then unless you go like the tongue. See, it doesn't go away.
No.
It really doesn't.
My man Tyler's figuring that out right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
What
There
else
you
do you
go.
guys want to talk about? We can stay
The
here for a
Malort.
couple more hours.
Tune in tomorrow at 1:20. I'll be pitching the
Yeah, you guys
Opening
want to know
pitch
the
at the Cubs
best
game?
news in the whole
Are you
world?
doing that? That's awesome. Oh, I should have. I wish I would have known that. Are we still filming?
Hell yeah, we're still filming.
Wait a minute. How did you get that gig?
While we walked
God.
into the green room, 10 minutes before we played, and our booking agent, Lee, who we've been with forever, he got us Cubs tickets tomorrow. And then he just happened to mention,
Hey, I don't want to jinx this, but I heard them talking about names on jerseys as we were leaving.
On what?
Names on jerseys.
yeah,
as we-
they said, what number do you want?
Wow.
What name do you want on the back?
You think we're going to get real Cubs jerseys?
He already asked, yeah. He already asked me that.
Now, I
And then
will
he
say-
said, he
Let me
said,
just
we're gonna
say-
pitch it, and they're letting me for some reason. But
Well, listen, Tyler's the only one who's got a boy, and that kid's going to grow up knowing his dad threw a first pitch at a Cubs game. And
that is sweet.
There's another drink for your. No, he's done. He's
man.
done. It's okay. Once again, Wilderado.
thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.